All right, so here's a full example of using ChatGPT for coding. So for example, if I go here and I want to ask DaVinci API question. So a customer wants a haircut Sunday, and this is for a barbershop example. And this person wants a haircut Sunday, March 18th, between 2 and 4. And we have 4 barbers. We have their names, their times available, their book slots, and their vacation time in a human readable sentence. If I ask the OpenAI API, it can give me some answers. So it's great. But the point is, how do we turn this, one, into a UI users can use, in two, how do we then, just for fun, and some people will be like, well, I do this, but I think it's going to answer itself in time, is how do we use it to do some of this logic for us? So in a regular project, I would have to do a lot of work here as a developer, and I'm going to show that in a moment. So let's click on this tab here. And now I've turned it into form fields that people are used to. So I could say I need something Sunday, or I can't remember what I chose. So let's just choose that and then that. And now using the data that's in the database, it should find times. So possible time slots for customer, 9 to 3 and 12 to 1. So now the customer could choose. My output should have broken this on the and then I would add 2 lines. And I can, with prompt engineering, I could have formatted it so that it replies that way. So let's look at something though. Let's look at the code here, because that's what I really want to get into. And here we go. If you look, all that is a request to a controller. And that controller this is a generic one where I'm just asking a question. We don't really care about that. And we have this one, not the image ones. That will come up next. The barbershop. It gives me that page we saw. That's not the one we really care about. Here's the one that answers the question. So what's your start time, what's your end, what's your day? And then instead of me querying the database to be like, give me this information and show me all this scheduled days off and then figure out where something fits, I can just grab information from the database and create a sentence. I could query everybody's work days. I could query everybody's day off. I could query any existing scheduled appointments. I could put them into a sentence, and then in that sentence put in the data that was passed in by the form, the day, the start, and the end. And then I can pass that prompt to the AI API and get a return. And of course that return is a JSON, and you have to deal with it, whatever, it's all good. But yeah, so the point is, like, how we could use this tool to not only generate things like images and whatnot, or text for stories or chapters or whatever. There's so many things, and I'll show an image one in a moment. But we get to this point where we can actually use it to do some of the coding for us. And again, instead of me trying to figure out what time slots are available, I could just say, this is what's already happening. Uses information to do some mental math to tell me when this person's haircut could take place. And that to me is a big deal, how we can start potentially thinking about things, especially ChatGPT 4, which seems to be better at this mental math.